Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you. And as always, we're thankful for BTC Fiber for hosting our program. And you can see this program on, Valley Views BTC Fiber's YouTube page, as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. And as always, we want to thank our sponsors, Embers Ice Cream of Pikeville, Nickel Row Antiques of Pikeville, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast of Pikeville. So if you're in Pikeville, go by and see those fine folks and check out their businesses. You might find something you like, especially their ice cream. But today we have with us Ashley Perry and Lynn Garrett. They both own the Castleberry Studios right here in Dunlap next to Pizza King. And it's good to have y'all today. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
And first of all, let me ask, I know y'all not originally from Dunlap, so what brought you here?
Now, as far as me, I met her, and it was true love at first sight, so I decided to move down to Dunlap because in Cookeville, my mom and my brother passed away, so I didn't really have much there left anymore. I went through a divorce, so that's why I came. But I think you're a local.
I'm basically a local.
Yeah.
I've been here since high school.
Since high school, all right. Well, I forgot about that. You had told me that, I think. Now, how long have you been doing photography?
Oh, 20 years.
20 years.
As a hobbyist for the most part, for about 10.
And what got you involved in the photography?
I've just always loved it since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I used to run around with a little point and shoot camera and
Yeah.
send it off at Walmart when I was little.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine kids today don't know those days.
No, none of that.
None of that.
It's
Well-
all easy.
Well, now, talking about the photography part right now, what all types of photography do you do?
Everything from real estate to weddings and portraits, family portraits. We do holiday specials. We do glamour sessions. I do fantasy portraits with the little ones, getting them all dressed up like fairies and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of really pretty local, natural places to do that. And we can do them in studio.
Yeah, and I noticed here recently, especially on your Facebook, you posted some things of some of those pictures, and those are pretty neat.
Yeah, those are fun. I like anything you can throw at me as far as creative stuff.
And you do a lot of the seasonal stuff, like I know Halloween's coming up, and then you do Christmas and so forth.
Yeah, we did the Santa Claus pictures last year at the parade, and we'll do Christmas sessions this year, and we'll do fall portraits this year if anybody's needing any.
Okay.
We also do a lot of events at the studio. We've started hosting karaoke every week on Saturday nights.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to start bringing in some live music, try to liven up the town a little bit maybe.
Yeah, well, that's something I was going to get into in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed on some information you've handed out that y'all also work on local commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And what's is that just for the area, or do you do it for anybody that contacts you?
Anybody that needs the service.
And on those commercials, is that I guess for like television, or do you do radio? I mean, what all do you do?
We do all audio and video media. There's really nothing we can't touch. So, I mean, I've got experience in the audio and the video more, than she does. Photography is what she really thrives in. But I've been doing audio and video for 20 years, give or take. So, yeah, we can be radio ready or we can be TV ready. It doesn't matter, whatever you need.
Well, I know you have a background in music as well.
Yes.
It goes back quite a bit, right?
Oh yeah, since I was about at least 11 years old. But I'm a third generation singer-songwriter from my family. So I mean, we've always been in the art one way or another.
And y'all have some. Describe some of the sessions. I know you have some stuff there going on in the studio that promote the music and so forth. What all do you do there?
Well, like she was mentioning a minute ago, we're on Saturday nights. We're actually, we host live bands on Saturday nights. So we're bringing in bands from out of town. We're trying to do more of the rock and stuff because right now country is oversaturated in our town. Everybody loves that, gospel and all that. So we're trying to bring in other genres. But we're also recording music in our studio. So we're trying to give everybody a one-stop shop. If you're a music player or whatever, if you need country music, or if you need a music video, or if you need recording, or if you need just a photo session for your EBK or press packs, we're one-stop shop for anything you need. So we're not just commercial for businesses, we're here for local artists as well.
So anybody, any of the local bands here or local artists, they could come to y'all and
All day. And we're good about getting out and seeing other events too. So if we have us take pictures or videos, we'll send them over to you. But yeah, if you need anything special, please come down to the studio. Just ask us about it.
Well, I saw your recent karaoke night that you had, and I think it was it last week?
Last week.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
week.
And we're doing one this week.
Yeah,
And,
it was a blast.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the kids there, and I thought it was pretty neat, you know. And that's always, kids love the karaoke.
We've got a big family, so we try to keep it family friendly.
Right.
Yeah.
We're trying to give families something to do, you know, so they can either come down, you know, alcohol free and just have a good time on Saturday night, or even if mom and dad want a night out, they want to drop their kids off to the studio and let them sing some karaoke for a couple hours while they go have something to eat. That's what we're there for. We're trying to make it all purpose and family friendly is what we're trying to do.
Well, that sounds pretty neat, because like I say, I saw the videos y'all posted on Facebook, and it was pretty neat watching the kids. They got into that.
The
And,
kids have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Now I noticed also on the information y'all had, y'all do social media, some ad designs and other things that you do.
Logo design.
Yeah, this one right here, that's her forte. Don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of it too. I actually owned a franchise before I moved down here doing that stuff, but she's way better at it than I am.
What all entails in that? What all do you do?
I do the logo designs. I can do headshots. Anything you need to promote your business.
Basically graphic design in general. She's got a natural talent for graphic design. So it goes with the photos, I guess. I guess that's the best way to say it. If you're looking for flyers, if you're looking to advertise, she's just really good with the social media aspect and good with the graphic design aspect of it.
So anything like Facebook and Instagram, all those type of things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty neat, because a lot of businesses, I know a lot of people want to do that, but they don't know how.
Right.
Yeah, they depend on somebody, because somebody like myself, I could play with it, but I wouldn't be good at it.
Right.
You know, and I need somebody to say, no, don't do that. Here, do this.
Sometimes you need a helping hand to let you know what's going to be effective, because you can waste a lot of money on social media and nothing ever help you. You can really do that. She and I have been down these roads as far as my music career. I've been doing music for 30 years, and when social media came out, in a way it hurt the music industry, but at the same time it helped the music industry, because now anybody can be as big as you want to be. If you're willing to get out there and put the footwork in and play the shows and spend the money to advertise yourself, then you can really make something out of yourself in the music industry these days. And that it really comes down to hit or miss. You just have to trial and error it. You really do. And she's really good with that, knowing kind of where the niches are going and how to send it out, and how to pay for age groups going out and everything. There's a lot of technicality goes into it, but she's done a lot of studying with it. So she's really good at it with the businesses when it comes to that.
Well, that's neat, because I know sometimes when I look back on not Facebook, but YouTube, for example, and see some old groups that I used to follow when I was, I won't tell when, that was a long time ago, but rock and roll era, the good rock and roll.
Right.
The golden days.
Yeah, and you see those, I think, man, that's good, and some of those have videos from concerts they did in
Way back when,
yeah, and so I know, and YouTube is popular too. You get people doing things on YouTube and the how-tos things.
I do a lot of the how-tos myself. I love the do it yourself stuff. I can rebuild a car with YouTube.
Yeah, so there's a lot. Social media has really changed our world in a lot of ways.
Really has.
And I'm sure it's changed y'all's way as well.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted, speaking of social media, how do people get in touch with y'all if they want to have any of your services?
Well, we've got castleberryphoto.com. You can get to basically any of our email, phone, and social media accounts that way. It's at Castleberry Studios or at Castleberry Photo on Instagram and Facebook. That's probably the quickest way to get hold of us, is through Facebook Messenger. But if you give us a call, we'll call you back if we don't get you right then.
And do y'all have regular hours, or do your hours depend? Like,
We're basically just working on an appointment event basis right now.
Yeah.
I don't. That may change in the future, but right now we're just basing it on events and appointments.
Oh, okay. So, well, that makes sense because
We can be available just about any time.
Right. It's just the way the economy is going right now. It's really hard to have an art studio open 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of overhead. So, I mean, we're trying to keep our overhead down so we don't have to pass that on to the customer when they come to us. So, everything's pretty much by appointment right now.
Well, and of course, a lot of your stuff might be after hours when people can, instead of during the day when they're maybe at their jobs.
Yeah, you can't choke art out. I mean, you can't make it between 7 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Art comes when art comes. That's kind of the way you have to look at it, especially when it comes to music. I mean, most of your big music stars talk about being in the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm available for that. I understand what it takes to knock those nerves off and get in the mood to make it for what it is. You can't just force it.
Right. And well, that's neat. And now your music career goes back even to Nashville, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were Fade About 'Em. We got pretty big in Nashville, Tennessee. Still are. We never really broke up. We just kind of took a break. I went through a divorce. Me and her met. I moved to Dunlap. I needed something different in life, and we're actually getting back together right now and starting to hit the studio again to make a new album. We put a music video out recently. But yeah, we spent a lot of time in Nashville. Also, in my early 18s and 19s, I was going out to the Broken Spoke Cafe and Bluebird Cafe and doing singer-songwriter nights there. So I've been in business for a while.
And doing what makes you happy is really what all that matters.
That's all it comes down to. If you make money doing it, that's just great. If you don't, it just makes it is what it is. You just find the way to be happy. But if you're able to put out what your talent is, it makes life a little better.
And what was the name of your group again?
Fate of Adam.
Fate of Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's neat. What type of do you do? Rock and roll? Is that
We
what you
do rock and roll, right at the brink of heavy metal. Yeah, that's about it. Stone Sour, Five Finger Death Punch. If you like that type of music, go check us out. We're on all your media outlets online. Yeah, that's where we basically stand for. We try to put a heavy sound behind a good melody is what we try to do.
Well, now, actually getting back to the photography side, I've noticed on some of your on Facebook, I think I've seen a lot. You do a lot of children photos of the children.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that brings you that
we
brings
have
challenges
5
too.
between the 2 of us, so I have the patience for it.
It takes a lot of patience. She's really good with kids.
You just have to. It's about them. You have to do what works for them.
Like I said, you can't rush it. You got to kind of do what goes with that, and that's what she's good at when it comes to kids. Another thing she's good at, I got to brag on her for a minute. My ex-wife was a photographer. I've known a lot of photographers in my lifetime, and if you're somebody who does photography, it's not about how good your camera is. It's all about what you're seeing through that lens. That's how you make it come alive. And she's one of the best I've ever seen. She really is. So I encourage a lot of people to look her up, talk with her, have a session with her. You won't be disappointed.
Now you also do sessions indoors, outdoors, just wherever.
Wherever I'm needed.
And I know I've seen a lot of other people with outdoor shots, and that they're real pretty. I mean, because you catch them in different locations.
Yeah.
And,
We have a good community of photographers here, and I'm very close with several of them.
Right.
Yeah, we have. I was going to say we have quite a bit of photographers in the area.
Yeah.
And
we live in a beautiful place, though. We really do. There's a lot of great photography here.
And they stay busy. You think when a market gets over flooded with people, then you think that's bad for everybody. But it seems like there's always a need for a photographer for something.
There's always somebody with that specific something, and that's what it really comes down to. You just got to find where your niche is. That's why I like the competition. I like seeing what different people do, because it just makes it fun for everybody. It really does.
Well, getting back to your recording part, have you had many to record yet?
Not yet. We have one gentleman that I'm working with right now. I'm producing and also doing the songwriting or singing his music. He's a songwriter, and we're trying to put it on CD. But the biggest reason why I have not done a lot yet is because this.
Right.
This happened right after we got the studio open and got all the doors going. Me and him started working together, and all of a sudden we did the songwriters event here in town, and
Yeah.
I had to go in for a bypass surgery, and 4 surgeries later I didn't have a leg anymore. So it's been a long summer for me.
Well, I was going to ask you that how things are going for you.
We had to have a revision done. The first time didn't take, so I had to do another amputation above the knee. But health-wise, everything's rocking and rolling. It's going the way it should this time.
Well, good.
So we're looking pretty soon, hopefully, to being fitted for a prosthesis and moving forward. I got back into the studio. We're doing the Saturday night, karaoke nights. I'm trying to get back to work. So it is what it is. Like I'm trying to move forward as much as I can.
Well, that's the best thing, is just going on and not looking back.
Yeah. You can't let idle hands really just take you over. You've got to keep pushing forward. That's what it's all about. It really is.
Right. You sure do. And I know that's important to you.
It is.
And I know that kind of set y'all back a little bit, right? It's like I say, right after you open, pretty much.
We
It's
put
hard.
every dime, every bit of our life savings went into that building, and we felt it was time because we see how the town's moving, how business is going.
Mm-hmm.
We felt it was time to open a business. As soon as we get it open, wham, it got knocked down. But she's persevered. This one has stepped up and took care of the whole family by leaps and bounds. So, when it comes down to being the mama of the year, this one right here. This is the mama of the year.
Well, how have your children responded to the opening and your health?
Better than I would have expected. I guess that's the best way to put it. You want to chime in on that?
They're resilient. I know they've been terrified, but they're very resilient, and we have done everything we could to make sure we're not harmed by it or not scared to death, But it's been a scary situation. We thought we were going to lose him.
Right.
Yeah.
The town's really stepped up. There have been several fundraisers for us, and that's been very much appreciated.
Right.
It's hard to take that because I want to work for my money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been pushing really hard on the photography side and the event side of things because that's stuff that I can handle when he's down.
Yeah.
But now he's doing better. He's finally healing. So my other half is getting there.
Yeah.
My youngest son, he's come to me a couple times like, Dad, when you get your fake leg, we're going to go do stuff. It's like, okay, so I said that more and more.
Your robot leg.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that you're doing better. I'm glad to hear that because I know everyone's concerned about you for a
Right.
while, and you can't take our health lightly.
No, I've learned that the hard way.
Well, is there anything that we haven't discussed about the studio? Because I know we talked about a lot of things, but is there anything that you'd like to bring out that we haven't talked about?
Me and her both have discussed it. Another thing we wanted to do with the studio when we opened it, we wanted to be able to do the quickie wed side of it. We were offering, because we have a venue, so if you want to come in and rent it for birthday parties or whatever, we have our venue, but we really wanted people, if you're looking for an affordable place to get married, that's something I got my ordained ministry so I could actually marry people there at the studio. So if it's something you're looking for, we're trying to offer that for the community as well.
We're trying to offer packages kind of like you would do in Gatlinburg.
Mm-hmm.
We're stepping between the courthouse and a big church wedding or a big big venue wedding.
Right.
Something a little more affordable, but not by the justice of peace.
Yeah.
And we've made some friends to help you cater your wedding and stuff like that. We've got a lot of ins and outs. We can
handle the photo and the video end of it.
So we pretty much handle the photo and video and the venue end of it. But if you're needing other stuff to help plan your wedding, we're really good at that as well. So that's just another service that we offer.
Well, I noticed that was one thing you had on the card that I have, the planning of events and things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat to have as well.
And that is a thing. As far as planning events, if you just need help planning events, I've booked a lot of bands in my lifetime. I know what it comes to ins and outs, her as well. So if you just need help, give us a call and we'll be there to help out.
All right, was there anything else you'd like to tell us before we close today?
I think we're good.
Well, I kind of wanted to cover, we have a lot of friends in town that also have small businesses. I don't want to be competitive with that. I'm so happy to see all this stuff opening up in town. We do a lot of work with the Game Shack Cafe and Game Shack Retro. We've worked with CASA, we worked with the Chamber, we worked with the Rescue Squad on fundraising events. If you need anything to help promote your business, or if you need any help with a fundraiser, we love doing anything out in town and to help the town, help everything grow around here. This local, the Crafty Canary, I'm happy to see it come out. I need to get down there and go in. It's beautiful from what I've seen. So there's a lot of art and a lot of music and a lot of venues opening up, and I want to work together to keep it rotating because we're growing.
Yes,
and there's something to do now.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been here since I was 15 years old, and there was never anything to do, and it's so great to see that happen for my kids.
Right. I agree, 100%.
Well, that's good. Well, again, thank y'all for being with us today. I appreciate y'all coming in
Thank you.
with us. And again, folks, you can see our program on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. And don't forget our advertisers, which is Embers Ice Cream of Pikeville, Nickel Roll Antiques of Pikeville, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.